Kerry in Old Bridge. What's up, Kerry?
Hi. Yeah, I'm a marathon runner for 4 years now, and I don't understand what the big deal is with the marathon. I know that the NYPD is working around the clock, and I am 100% supportive of them and FDNY. And if you were to run the marathon, which most of the people calling, I'm sure, haven't.
That means that has nothing to do with the event. The event has nothing to do with participants. But it has nothing. Yeah, but that has, whether you're a marathon runner, whether you're a pro football player, a pro basketball player, that has nothing to do with it.
That is part that everyone's complaining about the NYPD having to work it.
They're not complaining. They think they should be doing other things.
Yeah, but I mean, this brings in more revenue.
Okay. So now this is about the money. So wait. Where do you live?
I live in New Jersey.
Okay. Have you looked at what New Jersey looks like?
I sat in 4 hours of traffic to get to New York. I know what it looks like.
Okay. So do you think maybe we should be doing other things this weekend?
You know what? If this is what makes people happy, and if people are running for cancer relief, people are running for charities, this is something that people have trained for months for.
Wait, you're telling me that most of these people are running, you think people are running for charities, these people?
Yes.
How about the people at the front of the line running for how much money?
What?
How much are the guys at the front of the line running for?
Running for all different
what about the people in the front of the line who are coming in from other countries running for Mercedes and running for how much money they running for? This is a big business. This is a big. I am not talking about you here, okay? I'm not talking about you. But remember, this is also this is on TV because there were world-class runners in it. That's why it's on TV. And because it is a festival, it's about showing off New York City in the fall. This is not the weekend you want to show off New York City. You got half of it underwater.
People are rising up, and this is what New York does. They continue with their life.
Fine, I agree with that at the appropriate time.
Celebrate.
I agree if you have done the other work first. If you have completed the other work.
At the expo today, they had money raised. There was places for money to raise money. They're asking for donations when you get there.
Wait a second. Let me ask you a question, okay? You think the policemen who are going to be waving you on are not better served working in areas where where they're still searching to see if people are dead?
Yeah, but you know what? If they couldn't be done, it wouldn't. And if there's enough police officers, and those guys...
listen, the mayor's allowed... Listen, the mayor's office is allowed to make mistakes. You know, they can make bad decisions. And this is a pretty bad one.
Paid time and a half. And it's an easy job for them on Sunday.
Wait a second. They have been working around the clock all week. This is an easy job for them?
Not working. Those guys are there giving high fives and making sure people stay in the line.
Not this year. They've been working around the clock all week.
On Sunday.
Not this year. This is not a normal year.
I think...
Are you oblivious to that? Are you oblivious to what's going on?
I'm completely oblivious. You're right. But
you're telling me the cops are giving high fives to people.
The ones that are working the marathon, they're getting paid time and a half to do this.
Oh,
and they're not taking.
Do you think that's where they want to be this Sunday? Is at the marathon?
If these cops are exhausted, I think it's a good break. I mean, they're getting paid. And it's an easy day. And back on Monday...
They need to be doing other things.
There's plenty. And the money that they're going to raise for the charity...
Wait a second. Raise it anyway. You don't have to come here to make a donation. Make a donation from your living room.
That's fine. But people make donations in any way. If we can raise money and running, then what's the big deal?
The bottom line is... Here's the big deal. The big deal is our city is not yet ready, just like we canceled an event last night that was going to open an arena with world-class athletes. So if you want to make it about the athletes, they're the greatest athletes in their sport in the world, okay?
Right.
All right, and a lot of people running that day are not, okay? So if you want to make it, you made it about the level of the athlete. You want to make it about athletes? Those are world-class athletes, okay? And why did we cancel? And why did we cancel the event?
You know how much money that the marathon brings?
Why did we cancel that? Yeah, I know how much money, and that's the only reason we're having it. And it's a bad decision.
It brings people. Tourists come for weeks, and most of the people coming from other states states and countries.
We had runners today calling up who said that people didn't even want to come and run this year.
So they didn't have to. They could have deferred, and the people that are coming are going to stay and volunteer and help out.
Oh, no. Wait a second. You're telling me the runners are going to now volunteer afterwards? Then volunteer,
yes.
then volunteer instead. Okay? Then volunteer instead.
Volunteer for the week. And they're giving money back to the state.
Volunteer instead. So you're telling me the runners who are coming here are coming here. They're staying in the hotels. Yes. They're going to run their race, then they're going to stay and volunteer for the rest of the week.
Yes.
Oh, come on now. I mean, come on now.
People stay for a week. I know all people that are using
and how do you know they're volunteering?
Because I've spoken to people who come from other countries.
Okay.
They're willing to help out.
Well, how many runners do you know who are coming from other countries?
I know at least 100.
Oh, 100. Okay. Well, here's what you do. Call them all up and tell them all to make a donation and stay home this year, because it's better if they do.
No, because they use the restaurants, they use the hotels.
Fine. Why can't you reschedule? How about you all decide to do it in April? What's the problem?
So what if the Knicks play?
What is the problem? And I don't think the Knicks should play tomorrow night. So I agree with you. I don't think they should.
Ban sports
no. Listen, I do sports for a living. I've been doing it for a living for 30 years.
So I think you of all people should understand.
No, I understand what the priorities are. We're not ready yet. We still have water in the subway.
Okay. And people are working around.
You want to close the bridge? You want to close the bridge? The subways don't even work yet.
Well, so the Giants are okay to play Sunday, but we can't run.
The Giants is borderline because they're not running they're not going through Staten Island. They're not closing bridges. They're not using 1 million New York City cops. They're not using any New York City cops.
No, there's plenty of New Jersey and New York cops that are at Yankee Giant games.
That game's in New Jersey, dear. It's not in New York. Okay, that's not New York. They're not. No. The New York cops do not work the Meadowlands. Okay, they don't.
New Jersey cops could be used.
Wait a second. And if they decide that they need enough police, now the marathon uses a zillion times more police than a regular football game. But if they decide that they have too many cops to use on the football game, then cancel the football game. Okay. That's okay, too. I'm not trying to make the football game more important than your marathon. But the idea that, your marathoners are coming here and they're going to volunteer afterwards for a week. I mean, listen, why can't they just have the marathon in April or May or whatever month they choose? It's not. No one's going to perish if the marathon is not run till April or May. And I'll tell you something else. No one's going to perish if it's not run till next October. That's the way it is. You cancel events. The Nets canceled their event last night. They did the right thing. The Knicks should cancel their event tomorrow night. That would be the right thing. And canceling the marathon, where there are areas, Long Beach doesn't have water. Take all the water you're going to use at the marathon. How much water is that? Take it all down and give it to the people in Long Beach. They don't have any water right now. They don't have any clean water. Take it down to them. Or take it into parts of Jersey where they don't have any water. And I have no problem with you making a donation. That's it. Make a donation instead of, instead of this year having, your pre-marathon meal, just make a donation. I'm all for that. I'm not going to tell you not to make a donation. But you will survive if the marathon is not run this year. And, yes, sports is what I do, but I'm trying to put it in perspective. The city's not ready yet for an event of that size. We don't even have people's power back on. You're running through places that don't even have power.